It's the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast, your one-stop shop to dominate fantasy baseball and football. Come get some.
All right, yo, baby, yo, here we go. Don't you know? It's the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Trella, and with me, as always, is my brother from another mother. Woo! Got it right. Trader Andy, what's up, my dude?
What's up, my man? What's going on? I like the shirt there, man. You getting all pumped up for like a trip or something? Look at you. Look like the makeup boy, man. Look at you.
I don't know, man. This shirt might have something to do with my crash and burn today. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
All right. So what's going on, man? I know the Knicks are playing right now. The last Wednesday they won while we were live on the air. So
and I hope the same thing happens again today, because every time I've watched, we've lost. So this time I'm going to just stay in here, let Nick make some jokes as the game goes on, and we're going to win.
All right.
Sure.
All right, sounds good.
Sure.
All right. So while we're at it, let's talk about Mr. Nick Mimi over there. What's going on, my dude? How you been?
What's up? You're pointing the right way.
Yeah,
nice job.
I'm learning, bro.
It must be the shirt.
I figured out the mirror image thing, bro. Woo!
It's a shirt. What's up?
I don't know, man. I'm excited about today, man. Today's a big day.
Good day. Right? Good day.
You guys ready to go?
Mm-hmm. We
Absolutely.
good.
All right. We got a lot going on. We might be looking at a couple of new viewers and listeners today. We're hoping for this week. All right. We got something exciting. We're going to talk about the Scott Fish Bowl in a little while. We might have something fun to give away. Thanks to Mr. Scott Fish later on. We'll talk about that when we get there. All right. But in the meantime, we always start our show off the same way with a victory lap and then a crash and burn. So let's talk it through, man. Nick, take a victory lap on this week, man. What do you got for me?
Good week overall. TGFBI. I'm still in the top 40. Number 4 overall pitching, top 40 overall. Razzslam, I think I'm in the top 40 or 50 now. And I did the satellite because I was bored and I wanted another draft, and I'm in the top 20. So overall, we're building on it, hopefully.
Nice. All right. Andy, what do you got, man? Take a lap.
All right. My man, Alex Verdugo. I've been on him for years since he was with the Dodgers. He's actually outperforming Mookie Betts as we speak right now. Love the hit tool, batting 280, 290, home runs, stolen bases, batting in a nice top of the nice lineup. I love the guy. I'm sure Mookie's going to come around, but right now Verdugo looks solid.
Yeah, I mean, if you take it into a glass bowl right now, it looks like the Red Sox did pretty well with that trade. Short term. Yep, we have him in that team that we partner on together, the Ramada in Milwaukee League, the Dynasty League. So here's hoping, man. I didn't get him in TGFBI. He was a big focus for me. I missed out. I know you got him in one of our more important home leagues, so Congrats on that. All right. My victory lap has to do with TGFBI. It's not that great of a lap, but I'm just happy to see Cody Bellinger back in the lineup. He might be 1 for 12 so far, but just to have him back after I've been dealing with injuries with Grisham and Realmuto and obviously him for a long time. Having your first round pick just feels good. So here we go, man. Let's go. I'm in the Nick. You're in the top 40. How are you doing in your league by itself? I don't even know that answer.
I am actually. So it's funny that you say that. The guy that's in first, I think he's number 6 overall, and then there's 3 of us that are battling for second. We're a point apart, and the guy ahead of me is in 30th overall. So we're duking it out right there.
All right.
So I'm hoping my pitching comes together, and we're getting there.
Yeah. Last time I checked, I was 25th overall, and we've basically 2 of us have moved up and moved out of the stratosphere off everybody else, and we left the third guy, like you were saying, we left him in the dust. So he's like 15 points behind us right now. Obviously, you could fix that, but we'll see where that goes. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're looking pretty good. All right. So if you're going to take a victory lap, sometimes you're going to fall flat on your face. So Nick, where'd you fall on your face this week?
So this week, Jeff Lambert, he did a June 2021 eliminator. 32 analysts were selected, under 1,000 followers. Here I am, and guess what? I lost in the first round. I think I lost by 30 votes. I think there was something about 230 votes. So
no, wait, you
got beat.
you see it as a crash and burn, but you were actually selected.
Yeah,
I wasn't
was
even selected. So what am I?
Hey, it's fine. Ooh.
Have you learned nothing?
He has learned nothing.
We do not accept participation trophies around here.
In the garbage.
You win or you lose. Good day, sir. Come on, man. Nick, I was the one that nominated you. I don't know if you know that. I did that behind the scenes.
I woke up to that.
You know, I woke you up with your notifications going crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I was out at 9 p.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I had 20 Twitter. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yep.
Did Julio get traded? No, just that. But no, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, dude. All right, Trade Randy. Let's go, man. Fall on your face.
Oh, well, this is actually weird because this was one of my victory laps in the beginning of the year, but now it's a crash and burn. I don't know what is going on with Eduardo Rodriguez. Won his first 4 games in April. I had him in every single league, and he is actually in the midst of blowing up everywhere. And I'm trying to take away a couple of my shares on him and try to recover, but I'm not sure what's happening with him. Yeah. You guys have any idea what's going on with this guy? Because he has been horrible.
It doesn't look good. I haven't actually watched him pitch. I do have him in TGFBI, but I'm going to do some investigating this week and see if this is something we need to move on from. It was so hard last week too. He had 2 starts, or you know, the Astros and the Yankees, and you felt good. And here we go. It's not gonna end well. We still got the one with the Yankees, right? He already blew up against the Astros.
Yep.
So we're gonna blow up against the Yankees later on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do there. We'll talk about that. All right. My crash and burn is, again, personal life situation, but this is stupid. So my wife and I, it's been a rough year. I had a nasty bout with COVID. I'm still need a damn freaking oxygen tank to sleep on and everything. The hell with it. We're like, let's book a trip. You know, we book a trip. We're excited about it. We're going to an all-inclusive just for a couple days. Pretty soon too, to Jamaica. So I'm feeling a little Irie, man, right?
Sure.
And that's why I'm wearing this stupid shirt today. But dude, how stupid is this guy? My flight is on July 5th at 11 a.m. and the Scott Fish Bowl draft starts on July 5th at 10 a.m. What idiot am I? Oh my God. What the hell was I thinking? I wasn't going to tell my wife not to book the trip or to delay the freaking thing. But you know what? I'm a moron. What the hell else are you going to do?
Oh, there it is.
I'm a moron.
Yes.
So I need to get this group chat started with my league mates soon. I don't know my league yet. Scott said he's going to do that very soon. But, you know, I don't know. I need to fix this crap. This is a problem. I'm going to end up timing out several times and getting eliminated from everything. All right. Andy, I heard you got something you want to rant on a little bit before we get started.
Well, it's just, this is just life. It's just things that just piss me off. And
oh boy,
I don't care. And I'm not trying to be negative like I was yesterday. I'm in last week. I'm in a better mood this week, but
Knicks must be winning.
No, it's just, you don't, Marcelo Zuna. I mean, you don't touch a woman like that. And it just pisses me off and just aggravates me. I'll never own that guy ever again. He should be 0% owned. He should get suspended for the year. He actually got caught in the act choking his wife. I don't care what she did to you. You should never do that. And it just pisses me off. And, it's like I'm trying to raise my son the right way, and I'm going to tell him to walk away. No matter what the girl does, walk away. And that's what everyone else should do. All right, that's all I have to say about that.
I got nothing to add, man. Perfect, beautiful.
Nail on the head.
A little tear, man. Yeah, absolutely. Some things are a lot bigger than fantasy, and I'm a Phillies fan, and I had basically shunned off Odubel Herrera from my life. He's their leadoff hitter now and everything, and I own him in none of my 17 leagues, even though I've recommended to people to pick him up. I'm not doing it. I just don't want to. You just respect women. How hard is that? Respect women, right? I mean, come on, let's go. All right, so let's move on. Let's let's be a little positive now. But thank you for that, Andy. I appreciate that, and I pointed the wrong way. I saw that. So where me and Nick are in the Scott Fishbowl. We were in the first wave. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And we earned it this year.
I tried.
Yes.
I'm a moron.
Andy failed the bot check. Bot check, but
they kept on telling me I was a bot. I was doing it wrong.
You might be.
I am this week's moron.
Oh,
but I'm in there now. I'm in there.
Yep. All right. So we're in it to win it this year. We didn't have to win our way in like one of you might have to do, but Nick, we'll talk about that later on.
All right.
And how we got in there. We snuck in the back door last year, but Scott is so generously giving us the opportunity to give away a shot, and not a shot, but an invite into the league this year. And we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes, but we want to talk about giving and being a good person first. Andy, you just put a perfect segue into this, talking about, being a good guy, treating women with respect and everything. The Scott Fishbowl is all about just being a good person, giving back, being the best version of yourself. So this year, in the spirit of that, because we got chosen and we're so grateful for that, and we will be once Andy gets his as well, we're launching our new initiative of giving this year, which is going to be called Stack Attack Gives Back, just because we found another word that rhymed and it worked, right? So what we're going to do is every week moving forward, we're going to have a charity of the week. And sometimes it might be a major national charity, which this week it is. It's the American Heart Association. Sometimes it might just be a GoFundMe that we saw for somebody that's hurting and needs school supplies or whatever it might be, a teacher, who knows what it might be. But every week from now, all the way through the fantasy playoffs, we're going to have a charity of the week. And at 1 p.m. every Sunday, Team Stack Attack is going to tweet it out. We're going to make a donation. I don't care if you guys donate 10 cents or $10,000, whatever it is that you're comfortable with. We appreciate that. We want to raise some money for something good every single week and just make a difference in somebody's life. And you may not know whose life it is that you're making a difference in, but that's what it is. All right. And like I said, this week it's going to be the American Heart Association. I did tweet out the link to make a donation through us just a few minutes before we went on the air today. But you could just go to what's their website? I think it's like heart.com or something, heart.org, I think. But this is something that's near and dear to our hearts. And we chose this charity week 1 for a reason. And I think the two guys want to talk about it a little bit. Andy, why don't you start?
Well, obviously, the American Heart Association has been grateful to me and my family. My mother's had multiple heart attacks and open heart surgeries. I actually had a stroke when I was 30 and had quadruple bypass at the age of 30. Had another situation years later and had stents put in. There's 800,000 people that die per year from this. And there's like 1.5 million heart attacks and strokes per year. So it affects pretty much everybody out there. I just got the lottery genes and, I'm just constantly on, tons of pills and injections and everything just to stay here. But it's crazy. They do a great job. They've saved my mom for years. And I think they've just done that to Nick's mom too. Right, Nick?
Yep. I gave a little story on Twitter yesterday. My mom, back in 2008, had a heart attack. I was actually home researching Jets news because it was free agency eve. So I said,
he does. That's all he does.
I was on jetnation.com and I was watching free agent news. And I heard my mom in the next room over. And my dad and I started CPR. And long story short, she survived. Would not have survived if I wasn't in my bedroom down the hall. Flash forward 13 years later, she had to have open heart surgery. Half her heart was not working. 3 blockages. They only needed a double bypass. And she's home now, and she gets to watch my 2-year-old daughter, and she broke down in tears yesterday because she knows that she could have not made it, and here she is with my 2-year-old. Meanwhile, my 2-year-old just yelling at her to go sit in certain places, but she enjoys it. So I get choked up talking about it. It's a very touchy subject, but definitely a good organization.
I don't know how we're gonna finish this.
I got one thing. I got one funny story about this. I don't know. I know Trello remembers this, but I was actually getting ready to get going into surgery, and we're in this big 20-team fantasy league, and I'm talking to this kid trying to get a trade done as I'm getting ready to go into surgery. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm probably gonna die, man. Just say yes to this trade so I know I can win tomorrow. And he still said no to me. But I tried.
Bastard.
Yeah, and Nick, the funniest part is, other than his parents and his sister, I was the last one to leave the operating room before he went in for surgery, and he's like, "Just try to get this trade for me, man."
Did you?
No.
Oh.
No.
We got some crappy friends back then, man.
Yeah.
All right, it is what it is. But anyone that's checking us out for the first time here, they want to hear about something else. But so let's talk about some football. All right, Nick, I see you with a Jets jersey back there. I know who you are. I know all about it. But let's talk about one of the Giants, man.
Let's do it.
In the news this week, and let's see what's going on with Saquon, man. What do you think?
New and improved offense. You got Kenny Galladay. You got Tony they drafted. Daniel Jones, year 2. He might take that leap. Saquon's coming off a major injury, ACL injury. What are the Giants going to do? There's beat right reports coming out that he might start the season a little slow. He might not have that full workload right away. I mean, granted, fantasy football is all about the playoffs, but those first few weeks he might not have the normal workload. I still would take him, but I think he might be fading a little bit. I think you might see him towards the tail end of the first, that 8 to 12 range maybe. I can probably name a couple of the running backs I'd be more comfortable taking, especially guys not coming off a major injury. But when he's healthy, he's clearly a top 2, a top 3 back.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think Andy, when we get to DFS, obviously, unless he's priced way down because of this news, he's somebody you're going to stay away with until you actually see something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm going to really adjust much on my draft board with this news. I think I'm going to draft him the same way I was. He's going to be like what do you think, Nick? 4th or 5th running back off the board for you?
Probably, yeah. I would say McCaffrey, Cook, Kamara, he'll be there. Jonathan Taylor, I would say he's Henry. I would say he's in that tier just after Henry, right there.
Dude,
him and Zeke.
Saquon burned me twice. He's crossed off the list.
I would personally take Zeke over Saquon right now.
There's a big element of that. Yeah, there's a big element of what Andy just said. You've been burned more than once. He's only 3 years in the league. In 2 years, he was a burnout. So we got a lot of mad owners, and we're in the New York area, so that's definitely going to come into play for us in home leagues, which I don't play in home leagues in football anymore. But that's a whole nother story.
I took it over. I'm on a 3-peat in that league.
Yeah, good for you. You needed me to bow out in order to do that, but that's another.
No,
story.
I won it twice in a row with you in it. No big deal.
Oh. All right. Nick, is Saquon somebody we have to handcuff? I know that Devontae Booker is like a big name on Twitter these days.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to get the same workload. They're going to mix and match. I wouldn't go for it yet until it's a clear picture.
All right, I hear you. How about Corey Clement though, man? Maybe in the passing game a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Maybe if Saquon's only going to see 12, 16 touches the first 2-3 weeks, maybe Corey Clement's in there on 3rd down and
a little
goodness.
Little RB3 flex play there, late flex, super flex, something like that.
Right.
I wouldn't.
All right, I hear that. So any other football news you want to talk about? You want to talk about Julio Jones at all, or
it depends. Titans seem like the favorite. AJ Brown's pushing for him like crazy. The Patriots are the evil empire. They'll trade a 2029 7th round pick. And they'll get Randy Moss 2.0. So that's probably what's going to happen. I think it's Titans, Patriots, Raiders. I think have a good shot. I think the Titans are the lead horse right now, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Patriots, the Raiders make a push. The Raiders are looking at Derek Carr's time ticking, and they need a weapon, and Julio's there. If you're the Raiders or something like that, I would be pushing that first rounder out next year.
I mean, with all due respect, shouldn't every team be trying to figure out a way to do this right now?
31 teams should be on the phone right now.
Right.
I mean, I don't care if his age, the contract. I mean, you got the Jaguars and Jets alone with a ton of cap space, 20+ million. Why not? I mean, doesn't hurt to add a superstar.
Right. So
why are we talking about the Giants though? I mean, why were we talking about them so much? I mean, I got, there's fans over here talking about go Giants. I mean, why are we talking about the Giants? They're a bottom team. Bottom. They're in the bottom. They're in the bottom. I know I'm a Jet fan and everything, but they're in the bottom. I mean,
that viewer count just
Daniel Jones came and hold on to the ball. So let's move on. Let's go.
He trips. Big difference.
The Giants will not be trading for Julio Jones.
No, they will not.
Nick, do you think that maybe Green Bay is a possibility? I heard some rumors that they're trying to open up some cap space. I mean, they're not going to have to open up some cap space.
Could you imagine Devontae Adams and Julio Jones on the outside? That's not fair. Ooh. That's not fair.
And Jordan Love?
Jordan Love. Robert Tonyan, who just worked out his contract today. But you put Julio and Devontae, that's just, I mean, give him a first-round pick. You fail every first-round pick every time you make a damn pick. So just trade a first-round pick.
Right.
It works.
All right, Nick, what about the news about Michael Thomas basically saying he doesn't want anything to do with Jameson Winston?
You saw that? He's struggling on the slants, the short game passes. Yeah. I will fade Michael Thomas this year. I will take Hopkins, Devontae Adams, even without Rodgers. I'll take him over. I think Thomas is going to hurt. He excels in that short pass game. I'm fading all Saint players until I see some preseason and until I see something with Jameis. Even Kamara, I'm fading. I'm fading him.
No way.
Without Breeze, he looked lost last year. I'm nervous about that.
No. With Taysom Hill, he looked lost last year.
Oh, big difference.
He was
not
bad
a real
with
quarterback.
Taysom Hill did not want anything to do with him. But
no.
I mean, but that might be Michael Thomas's point. Is Jameis is good with the long ball. Mm-hmm. Not so much, on the intermediate stuff, but maybe was that a cry for Taysom Hill? Is that what it was?
Hey, Jameis had LASIK.
Dynasty shares of Taysom, so
Jameis had LASIK. He's got 20/20 vision now, not 30/30. So we'll be good.
So now the 30/30. That was good. Hopefully somebody got that, man. Let us know.
I sure as hell hope so.
Let us know in the chat if you know what that was about. The 30/30 reference as Nick's chugging his Yingling.
Not an ESPN reference.
All right. So we're talking football still. Let's go back to talk about the Scott Fish Bowl. Nick, you're the veteran here. You were in the Scott Fish Bowl last year, made the playoffs. You're one. I was not invited. Andy was not invited. Nobody listening right now was invited. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it? What's different this year? What's the same this year? And what should we look at as far as scoring system, draft, etc.?
So this year, the big difference in the Scott Fish Bowl is the third round reversal and the kickers. Everyone loves our kickers, so we got kickers this year. But the big difference is the third round reversal. I didn't realize how crazy it was until I actually just did a mock on a website, and I'm not picking anywhere in that top half anymore. I like pick 10. You go pick 10, and you get that pick right away in the third. I mean, I just did a mock right now at 10 with Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Burrow, Pitts, and Allen Robinson. I mean, that's a home run start. But the Scott Fish Bowl, like Jeff said, will be July 5th. He will maybe be on an airplane. Maybe he'll be landed. We don't know. But very different scoring system. Quarterbacks are heavily rated in this. It's a 6-point touchdown. However, -4 for an interception, which is a problem. So don't draft Jameis.
Yeah, no.
So 1 point for every 25 yards. -1 point for a sack. So do not draft a quarterback with a crappy line. -1 point per incompletion and 0.5 point per completion. So the top tier quarterbacks will go high for that exact reason. So what I did last year, I picked 2. I took Mahomes at 2, I snaked around. I got Eckler, who I love this year. And then I went back and I took Kyler Murray. So I paired Mahomes and Murray, and every single week it was an insane duo until the playoffs came and they both just completely tanked.
Yeah.
But with the scoring, I mean, it's regular, it's standard PPR full point. Tight ends is super flex. 2 points for the receptions for tight ends, so that's big. So Kelsey, Waller, Pitts will probably get a boost. I'm a big Jonnu Smith fan this year. I think he's going to get a big boost. I think I said Kittle. So we'll see with that. But yeah, 22 rounds, third round reversal, kickers, Scott Fishbowl. It's gonna be fun sneaking up on us.
Yeah, but you won't be getting Kyler Murray in the third round this.
Last year I went 8-4, and I just missed a first round bye by I want to say 20 points. It was heartbreaking, and my team just completely collapsed in that first round. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Kyler. They did great though all season, so I can't complain.
Right. That seems to be a thing though in fantasy football is what got you there. It seems to always crap you out. And that's gonna be the big thing too this year. Everybody looks for Lamar Jackson. He broke Scott Fishbowl that one year. He completely broke the scoring system. So now the year after, everybody was looking for the Lamar Jackson. Kyler was a popular pick. Josh Allen completely, and I'm on record. I saw he was a bust from day one. He completely erupted. So now this year, the big question is going to be who takes that Josh Allen, that Kyler Murray bump. Is it going to be Joe Burrow? Is it going to be Tua? That's going to be a big find in the draft this year. Right. All right, so let's run through this, man. Before we talk about the giveaway real quick, let's run through the first round.
Yeah.
All right. Andy's the rookie to the Scott Fishbowl.
I'm the bot.
Not even the rookie.
Bot.
Yeah,
He's the bot.
He's the bot. The bot. All right, so we're gonna give the bot the first pick, and we're gonna go through 12 picks. Andy, what do you got, man? Pick one. Make it happen.
Based on what Nick said, I think it's a clear-cut
Yep.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Can't go over that.
That's all you got to say.
That's all I got. That's all.
There should be no explanation.
A period. No explanation. He's clearly the best player in the league.
All right. Heard. All right, Nick. I'll take pick 3. You could take pick 2.
Yeah. Pick 2. I'm going to take McCaffrey. I mean, he doesn't have a quarterback, but hey, I'm taking the best running back in the draft to pick 2. If Mahomes and CMC should go 1-2. I think that's pretty clear. We did a dynasty with McCaffrey going to 5, but that's dynasty. In a standard redraft, I'm taking McCaffrey at 2, even though he has no quarterback.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll take pick 3, and I'm going to do something I would not do if I was at pick 3 myself, but I think it's what's going to happen. So let's go with Josh Allen, pick 3 overall. The minus 1 point per completion is absolutely frightening. He had his top completion percentage of his career by almost 10% last year at 69%, and his yards per attempt was 7.9%. I don't think that's going to repeat itself, not even close. So I expect some regression. But like Nick said, this is what have you done for me lately a little bit in the Scott Fishbowl. So I think that he will get bumped up. I will not be the guy doing that. I mean, if you got stuck with him, you get stuck with him. The running upside is enough. It's a heavy passing attack. So the ball is going to be in his hands every single play. As always, I did have him last year in the explosive output best ball championship, the EOBBC. Is that right? And I finished in the top 5, and he was my quarterback, but it wasn't by choice. It was out of desperation because I got shut out of quarterbacks. And honestly, there was a big amount of luck there. So, all right. So moving on to pick 4, you want to snake this or you want to go standard style? Let's go standard.
I'll go. Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Yeah.
And since thank God you took Josh Allen, so then I could take the better quarterback in Kyler Murray. So he with his, they're building the line for him. They're getting the weapons in there. I think he's just going to keep progressing as he goes. That boy's quick too, man. Let me tell you, he just gets out of any little situation and just scrambles. I love it.
Hopkins said he'll take a pay cut to sign Julio. So there's that.
Wow.
Yeah. They asked him. He said he's all in. All right, Nick, you're at pick 5. What do you got?
So to me, that it's going to be between Lamar and Dalvin. It's a close one. I'm going to lean Dalvin just because he's the next best running back. He stayed healthy last year and he crushed it. So I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's him and Lamar there for me.
All right. At number 6, then I guess I'll take Lamar Jackson. I personally would have taken him before my first pick, Josh Allen. I think they're gonna crisscross this year and go back to normal. Jackson had what was it? 26 passing touchdowns last year as opposed to 36 the year before. I think you're gonna find it probably find a middle ground there, and he'll settle in somewhere around 30. You add in the 7 rushing touchdowns he gets every year, the 1,000 rushing yards he gets every year. But when you add weapons like Sammy Watkins and Rashad Bateman on top of hopefully an improved Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews, I think you got a recipe there. I think he's going to go back to being a top 2 or 3 quarterback, and I think anyone that takes him as the 4th or 5th, they're going to be rewarded with it.
Did you say Randy Watkins? Randy Watkins?
That boy good. All right, Andy, back to you with pick 7.
Based on how quickly the running backs fall off the board here, taking one of the safest picks in the draft is Derrick Henry. He's been a workhorse the past couple of years, great offensive line. Just love him. I've been taking him for years. So easy pick.
Yeah, I think also you kind of, he gets downplayed a lot in PPR setups, but when you add in the first down and the touchdown equity, it's ridiculous. And he's being drafted in the right spot there. I think I would bump him up a little bit myself. All right. So that's 7. So 8. I guess 8's Nick again, right? 8.
Yeah. 8. 8. I failed math in school. My favorite pick this year is going to be Jonathan Taylor. I think he blows up. I think he has a huge season. I think he finishes as a 2022 top 3 fantasy pick. Wow. So I'm going Jonathan Taylor, pick 8 there.
All right. I can't fight that, but now you're giving me pick 9.
Your favorite.
I gotta take my guy, dude.
You gotta take him here.
Tua? Who are you taking?
Tua. Done.
Almost. Done. I mean, if I take the next guy, I'm gonna end up with Tua on my team at some point. It's got to be Travis Kelsey. This is tight end premium. Tight ends get double the points. He was number 4 wide receiver in regular PPR formats. So when you put in tight end premium, he's the best receiver in the game. He has the best quarterback of all time as his quarterback, and I'm a Dolphins fan, so that comes hard for me to say. He's my most invested player this year. I have him. I'm in 5 dynasty leagues. He's 4 of them. All right. And I'm going to keep going all in and all in and all in. And I'm going to target this spot 9 or 10, hoping to get him in the first round. All right. Andy, what do you got? Pick 10. Last pick.
For me, yeah. Well,
for him, yeah.
For me, yeah. Obviously, I love this guy. I have him every single year. He's by far, I think he's a top 3 back is Alvin Kamara. And I think without Drew Brees, I think he's going to even get a little more touches. And without Michael Thomas getting involved, I think he's going to be a beast this year.
All right. Cool. Nick, you got pick 11. I think both of us are probably going running back here.
Yeah, this is I'm going to take Zeke here. I think with an improved offensive line, with Dak back fully healthy. I mean, that line was hurt last year. I think they're going to see carries to Tony Pollard here and there, but I think Zeke's going to return first round value, I think, this year, at least late first round. But I'm going Zeke here. Everybody's back to healthy, hopefully.
All right. And I am at the wheel on pick 12 because I know that I can take a quarterback with my next pick. If I'm at the 12 spot, I'm going to take Saquon and just take the risk on it. It's a play to win shot. I'm not going to take Matt Barkley. I'm going to take Saquon.
Matt Barkley happened. That was a thing last year.
Yep, number 1 overall.
Oh my God.
So let's look at who we got here. Andy, you got Mahomes, Kyler, Derrick Henry, and Kamara. I like that.
Love it.
Nick, Nick got CMC, Dalvin, Jonathan Taylor, and Zeke, but he's got 4 running backs.
Yeah,
and
that's a trend.
I took Allen, Lamar Jackson, Travis Kelsey, and Saquon. I got the super flex tight end premium well-rounded team, so I win.
So, Zeke and Barkley, they scare me. So like one of our listeners, Michael Miller, was saying, don't sleep on Mixon. I really like Joe Mixon this year as well, and I would probably even consider taking them before those guys because those other guys burned me before.
All right. Yeah, I can't blame you on that, man. I'm going to be in on Mixon this year. I mean, not in the first round in this format, but maybe the late second. Nick, do you remember in that third round reversal that you did? Where did he go? Was he at the top of the third?
Stand by. Crap, I might exit out. Oh, wait, no, I exit out. I think he went in the third, if I remember correctly. I think he should go at the end of the second, early third, to be honest with you. That team's a hell of a lot better this year, so I would definitely give him a shot.
So what you're saying is that it's very possible if you pick at the back of the first round that you could get Kelsey, Justin Herbert, and Joe Mixon.
Yeah, easy
to start off.
Easily.
Yeah,
so that's incredible.
If you're listening to this and you're in the Scott Fish Bowl, then you should be putting your draft preference at the back of the first round. Absolutely 100%. I can't imagine any other way to do it. It's winning, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm picking at the tail end this year. Scott Fish every once in a while puts out the order of requests, and you could see it. I think 10's actually. I actually want to say 11's more popular, and 10's less popular, so a better of a chance of getting 10. I'm not even touching that top half. No way.
All right.
But you're not going to get Kelsey at the end of the round if you got like freaking the guy on the bottom of the screen here in your league. I mean, he's going to jump on in the middle. Yeah.
He gone.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I think now I won't have the second pick in the Scott Fish Bowl. I won't, because I would either go one or back. And after Mahomes, I think Kelsey's the guy. I think I would take Kelsey over everybody else we talked about. I didn't pick him with the number 3 pick because I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think that's what I would do. So there's no reason for me to take pick 2, 3, 4, 5 because I'm taking Travis Kelsey in the first round. Write it down. All right. So I hope whoever it is that ends up winning the Scott Fish Bowl entry is not in my league because I just told them what I'm going to do in the first round.
They will be.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Kudos to you guys. Whoever gets this bid, whoever wins this entry, if you ask to be in my league, I love you, man. I would appreciate that. That would be the greatest thing ever. But
well, the best.
I'll be on the beach in Jamaica, so I'm a non-factor. But as my wife said in the chat room, as long as they keep bringing the island special, I'm not going to be worrying about it. So it's all good, man. Right? All right. All right.
As Jeff was saying too, the best part about this too is you compete with fans, podcasters, celebrities. I had Mike Tagliere on Fantasy Pros last year. I was very happy to beat him in head-to-head last year. But you get some celebrities, and it's awesome. It's a pretty cool fanboy experience.
Yep, absolutely. Men, women, children.
Yep,
everything.
There was a father daughter, I think, team actually. And that's awesome.
She made the finals.
She did.
She was like 8 years old or something, and she made the finals.
That's awesome.
Ridiculous. All right. So everybody that has never heard of us before that's on the air with us today, whether you're listening through Podbean or your favorite podcasting site to us over the air because you don't like looking at our faces, or you're watching us live or afterwards on the Fantasy Six Pack YouTube channel, you're probably here because you heard through the grapevine that we had a Scott Fish Bowl.
We do.
Invite to give away, and we're going to tell you right now how to do it. All right. So here's step 1. You have to apply for the Scott Fish Bowl.
What if you're a bot?
1.
What if you're a bot?
If you're a bot, you're just excluded. Andy's a bot. Get out. All right. So you have to be in it in order to win it. So go to scottfishbowl.com and apply. That's all there is to it. There's something like 12,000. Yeah, you have to hit the last button that says, "Am I a bot?" And you have to actually press that, or they think that you're a robot and get disqualified.
Yep.
But that's step one, is make sure that you have applied to be in it. There's over 12,000 people have applied for this. And I believe Nick, do you know, what is it? 1,400 spots?
It was
1,800
1,226 or something like that last year. I think they're increasing it to 1,400 this year. I think that's what he's doing. Do I have it down here?
I don't know.
He does not have the teams yet finalized.
All right, so step one is apply, obviously. Step two, please, and if you don't, it's okay, but hit the link for Stack Attack Gives Back and give a donation to the American Heart Association, please. I don't care if it's 10 cents. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $1. Whatever you can give is giving. And if you can give nothing, retweeting is giving, because even if you have 20 followers, that multiplies the amount of people that sees the link and has the opportunity to participate in this by 20. So please, if you can't give, retweet, and we'll give you credit for that, even though it's not necessarily a requirement, right? What we are going to require you to do, you saw in the beginning, we always do at the top of our show, we always take a victory lap. So here's what we need you to do in order to win this Scott Fish Bowl invite this week, and you have a week to do it, is tweet out your victory lap, whether it's for this week, this year, your lifetime, anything. It could be about football, baseball, fantasy sports, life, anything. Whatever it is that's your victory lap, tweet it out. It could be funny, it could be serious, it could be a sad story, whatever it might be. All right. We're going to take the 10 favorite ones that we like for the week, and we're going to pick them. You with us, Andy?
Yeah, I had to get a drink.
Oh, you were writing it down because you're not in yet, and you need to figure out the rules. Okay.
No, I'm a bot.
All right, so we're gonna pick the 10 that we like the most. You're gonna have to put hashtag Stack Attack so that we know to see this or whatever. And we're gonna pick the 10 favorite ones that we like for whatever reason we like them, and we're gonna put them into a 100-yard dash and put it at the top of the show next week. And Nick, why is it that we like the 100-yard dash? I love it. It's so much fun. Scott introduced us to it. But
So last year, I put Scott on all notifications, and then he put out, first 10 people to reply, get into this dash. I was one of the first 10 people. I was walking my dog I was with my wife and baby. We're walking, and I see the app. I'm like, oh my God, we're in. So I'm watching it, and I'm texting you guys at the same time, and I see my little man. He's moving fast, and I'm getting very excited. My wife is like, what the hell is wrong with you? And she has no idea. So we win. I got first place. I went nuts in the middle of the road. Like, I went crazy. And she's like, are you like stupid? I'm like, don't worry about it. You have no idea what I'm talking about here. And she still, when I got the invite this year, she's like, you okay there? I'm like, yeah, leave me alone. So we got in through the 100-yard dash. It is an exhilarating experience. And that's actually how I did one of my draft orders in my leagues this year. So it's a little something fun to do. So that's how we got in last year. We backdoored in. And this year we got the first wave, which is an honor. So
we figured we'd let somebody else win and get in that way as well. All right, so recapping, make sure that you apply, scottfishbowl.com. Make sure you give something to the American Heart Association. If you can't afford the 10 cents, just give us a retweet and we'll take that as giving. Send out your victory lap. Hashtag Stack Attack on the tweet. We will pick the top 10, and next week we won't make you wait 45 minutes into the episode. If you hate us, we'll get it done in the first 5 minutes, okay? So you can watch the first 5 minutes next week to see if you won, all right? We don't require you to like our podcast or our YouTube feed. We don't require you to subscribe to either. It would probably help you if you did. We'd appreciate it, but it's not a not requirement. We don't require you to follow at AMAC22NJ, at NMimi, or at JTrell20. but it's not going to hurt if you do. All right, help us push it through. All right, got it. All right. So at this point, we're going to let all of the football people go home.
There's like two people watching now.
Yeah, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to baseball. All right. This week is the Razzslam and the Cutline FAAB next Tuesday, and we go on the air on Wednesday. So we're gonna talk about that now so that we're prepared for it. So basically, The Razzslam is another one like TGFBI. It's a big analyst slash fan tournament that we entered. I think there's 200 people in it or whatever, but it's best ball and it only runs FAAB twice a year. We already had the first FAAB. We got one more FAAB left, and it's this Tuesday. And we're going to talk about some of the players that are available widely through the league and what our strategies are and what our teams are looking like. Nick, why don't you start off, man? Tell us about I don't know. I don't remember who you got in the first FAAB or how much money you have left, but tell us about what you're looking at.
Yeah, so I'm getting better with Razzslam. My team was doing pretty awful at the beginning of the season. So we are on the uprising. Give me a second as my computer froze. But we are now top 50, I want to say. So we're getting there. I spent a lot of money, a little too much money, on Akil Badu. Is that how you say his name? Yabba Dabba. So I spent a lot of money on him last time. There's some teams, I'm actually very surprised. There's a lot of teams that spent no money. I spent all their money. So that's very surprising to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that don't have any FAAB in my league. I think the big one here, number one on my list I see is Albert Pujols. So I can imagine somebody spending big money on him. But, yeah, we'll see what we're looking at. Badu was my big one. I need some pitching, so I got to go through the list and see who's there. Hey, top 50 so far.
All right. Andy, what about you, man?
My team is horrible. I've been decimated with injuries. I have like 9 injuries. It's been ridiculous. So I have about $440 left. I'm using about 340 of it on Dallas Garcia. And then I'm just going after some other guys like Pavin Smith. I'm adding like 7 guys, like all guys who are performing. They're not going to cost a lot of money, and I have to just try to fill these holes. I mean, I just got some serious holes, man. It's horrible. So I did get who's that? Raul Mondesi Jr. I think I am back in this league. Nope, I got Fernando Tatis Jr. All right, I'm good. But that's the only player I got that's doing good. Everyone else is hurt. It's been pretty bad.
And I if I recall, and I don't mean to take a shot at you, but I like to when I can.
Yeah.
I believe your highest paid FAAB guy last run was Aaron Sanchez. Yeah. Cricket.
Yeah, because I had guys on my bench that I thought were going to come back, and then the injuries just keep going. So
yeah, that's the theme of the year. It's been pretty bad. My league is a little bit upside down. I'm in second place, but I only have $300 left, which is the second lowest total in the league. And I think 4 teams in my league did not use any FAAB in the first run.
I'm in the same boat.
I think I got a couple of sleepers that just didn't care and drafted their team and just put it away, or maybe don't know about it. So maybe they'll watch this and they'll learn something and then they'll snipe me. But the team that is in first place ahead of me has $816 left. So
wow.
I basically am looking at it like, for me to move from second to first is going to take a small miracle, because I'm not going to get a Dallas Garcia here unless this guy's asleep. And you know, there's really nothing I can add to my team. So let's talk through some of the better players. Dallas Garcia is available in every league.
Yeah.
Every single league, because the first FAAB run was early in the year and he wasn't really on the radar yet. He was just starting to come up, but now he's leading Major League Baseball in home runs pretty much.
No, he's not. Vladimir Guerrero.
I know.
All right.
I'm bidding 515 on him, and there's guys that with 1,000, I had bid all 1,000 on him, especially in this go around.
Right. So let's talk about that strategy. If you don't have any holes on your team, you just put every dollar onto one player, and that should be Garcia.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that he's available basically globally. What if you have multiple injuries and you still have a lot of money, but it's kind of hard to gauge where to put that money, because are you going to bid $800 on Garcia, but you need a second player, and now you're gonna put 3 on that, 4 on that, whatever. It's really hard to gauge that. So every team is going to be different. I really don't know a global way to say to do that. So you might want to hit us up if you need some help on it. But I think from my perspective, I'm only looking for the one player, and I'm probably just going all in on Adalis. I'm not going to get him, and then I'm going to look for a second player, and I'm probably going to go all in on every other player we talked about.
You have to walk away with $0 to go around. The must.
Right. Agreed. All right, so Adalis is the big guy. He's actually, believe it or not, he's I think 6th overall in points in this format in all of baseball, including pitchers. So he's the big fish. Like he's going to be on every team 100% owned in a week. Brandon Crawford is another big name, which is kind of hard swallow.
Uh-oh.
Nick, what do you got to say about that?
Cody Bellinger just hit a grand slam.
What do you have to say about Brandon Crawford? I love it.
I don't care what you have to say. I'm very happy to be here. Oh man, that made my day, bro. I needed that big time, man.
All right, moving on from Brandon Crawford.
I was watching videos of Cody Bellinger in the Little League World Series to make up for it because I'm like,
well, there you go.
So, all right. So Brandon Crawford, 11 home runs, 29 runs scored, 32 RBIs, and 840 OPS. Looks like a star. Andy, we love him in DFS because he mashes lefties and righties.
Yeah.
Sneaky guy to use against the lefty. Either are you guys bidding on him or is it a hard pass for you?
Yeah.
That's a hard pass.
Meh.
Andy hates it so much he just froze. He's like, I'm not even gonna talk.
He's related to Garrett Cole, right?
I'm not a expert on genealogy. I do.
Yeah, I think they're married. Someone's married to someone's.
Somebody's married to somebody's sister. Yeah, something like that.
All right.
I'm not touching them.
All right.
The whole giant lineup has been outstanding this year. Very much improved. Buster Posey, Brandon Belt, Yastrzemski, just a really good team.
Austin Slater.
All right.
Not so much.
He's $1 if you want him.
You want something sneaky though. They have 6 games in Coors Field in September. So there's something for you down the stretch, right? All right. Well, I mean the guys on the Rockies probably have 15 games in Coors, so but it's something. All right, Josh Rojas, 73% owned so far. Any of you interested in him? I don't want to say any. I got nothing to say. No thanks.
No, that's a Nick guy if he wants him.
Yeah, I'm good.
He's just a guy. He's
just a guy hanging out there.
All right, so let's say that you have a problem with your catcher position.
Oh God,
it's bad.
Mike Zunino. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I can't.
The problem has always been batting average.
Now everybody can hit.
The problem has always been batting average. Now, like Andy just said, everybody has a problem with batting average now, right? So the 207 doesn't even matter, right? This isn't a roto league. This isn't a roto league. This is a points league. All right. Yep. Mike Zunino is in the top 2 percentile in baseball, not as a catcher, but in baseball, in barrel rate and my favorite stat, ex-Woe Bacon. Like, this guy is on base all the time. He hits bombs. He's freaking mashes lefties. I don't know. Somehow he wasn't in the lineup against Montgomery tonight. I don't know what that's about. But 12 home runs, like, how can you go wrong here? If you have a catcher problem, it's worth going all in, right?
In a points league, yeah. If you're talking average, I'm not touching them at all. But in a points league, someone hitting home runs, go for it. Or in a league that doesn't go against strikeouts.
But it isn't like, and I might be wrong here. When the league average is 235, is 207 that bad?
No.
Right?
No,
So isn't this the same as if the league average was 270 like it normally is, and Zunino is batting 245, which you're like, wow, 245, I'll take it from Zunino with the home runs.
No, never. That never happens. Never.
But I'm just
apples. Yeah, this is the exact year to use Zunino.
All right. How about my guy Alex Wood, man? Moving on to some pitchers. Any interest in him? He's only 51% owned. ERA in the mid threes. I think he's got 5 wins, strikeout per inning. He's a guy that always, when he's healthy, is always a top 30, 40 pitcher. I love him. I got him in my my 30 team dynasty league, the one that I'm in second place in.
Oh, you are in second. Okay.
I'm still in second.
Okay.
I've been in second since before last Wednesday.
Gotcha. All right.
But so any interest in Alex Wood? I mean, unless you have a better pitcher in mind, if you're hurting for pitchers.
Well, I spent a lot of money on Huascar Yanoa in Razzslam last time around, so I might need to do that.
Yeah.
It's great. Punch the wall.
You sound happy about it.
Oh, thrilled.
Andy, what about Michael Fulmer? How about that?
I really don't know what his role is. I mean, they're trying to put him in there to close, and then he's getting shelled, and then Soto's in there. It's his stuff looks better than it has in years, and I think he's solid, but I just don't know. I don't like him more than Alex Wood.
Right, of course. Well, you said his stuff looks the best of his career, but the results are the best of his career.
Yeah.
His strikeout percentage, his walk percentage, and his xERA are all the best that they've ever been. So I'm buying in. I got him in TGFBI. I think I have him in my lineup this week because of Stomont getting injured, which actually helped me because I get him wrong every week.
Absolutely.
So I'm buying in on Fulmer. He's another option. One of the other guys, and I picked him up in TGFBI, is Cole Irvin. Either of you guys interested in him? I mean, best ball.
A fallback option.
Yeah. He's more of a streaming option. Somebody you want in like a 2-start week, right? You're not really worried. I mean, best ball is best ball, but he's nobody you're looking for, right?
No.
Why are you pointing at yourself?
I don't know. I was just answering a question down on the bottom.
All right.
Oh, boy.
How about the submarine or Tyler Rogers, man? Either of you.
I love that. I love that motion. I love that motion.
He's hard to hit, man. Andy, you interested in him at all?
I used to always hit submariners good, so I took him yard all the time. We know the names, but comes right into lefties. I'm not really a fan of him. I still think Jake McGee's doing a good job out there.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't give up any hard contact whatsoever. I mean, if I'm correct, I think he's the only pitcher left in the majors that hasn't given up a quote unquote barrel yet this year. So he's been on fire, man. His whip is below 1. I think his ERA is 1.63 with an xERA of 2.22. So it's real. 6 saves, 4 saves in the last 2 weeks is important. So he's getting momentum to the roll a little bit. I mean, I don't think you could go wrong. He's probably somebody, if I'm bidding on 2 players, he's going to be the second player I'm going to bid on. But obviously, he's not somebody to go all in on. You're going to do better with Alex Wood than anything. All right. So let's talk about this week in baseball, man. Andy, anything that stood out to you? I can use your help on one thing.
Yeah, what's that?
I told you my TGFBI team is doing well. I have JT Realmuto, and I love that. I got him, I think, in the 5th round. But my second catcher I've been struggling with all year, right? Okay. I can't even remember who I drafted as my second catcher. Oh, I think it was Elias Diaz, and I cut him. I picked up Dom Nunez, who got me a couple home runs. I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
And then he's batting like 180 or some crap like that. So he's garbage unless, on a 7-day Coors homestand. And I picked up Danny Jansen. So do you have any other catcher options that I can go to because I'm hurting?
Yeah, I mean, I can stop the streaming for you right away if he's available. The guy I took maybe 3 weeks ago in our deep keeper league is Tyler Stevenson. Been a fan on his kid for years. They drafted him 2015, 11th overall. Big power guy. He gets on base. He's now batting in the middle of the Reds lineup. He has like 13 straight starts. They're actually putting him at first base too, so it gives you a little more eligibility. He just hits the ball, he gets on base, he's scoring runs. You don't have to stream anymore. I'm set with this guy, my second catcher. And if he's not available, a kid that just came up today again and hit a home run was Ryan Jeffers, who I was big on in the preseason. Mitch Garver was tearing the ball up. Had like 8 home runs in the past 3 weeks, but now he's out for the next month or so. So it's time for now to get Jeffers. You get the full-time catcher spot.
Okay, so you're saying Stevenson's my guy, and if he's gone, I think he's on somebody's team in my league because it's pretty competitive. So Jeffers is the guy. So you think Jeffers over Danny Jansen or Dom Nunez for the foreseeable future? Not bad.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put in a claim for him and get rid of Danny Jansen, and I'll put Nunez on the bench just in case he gets hot.
Yeah, I mean, Zunino's like a bank champion compared to Jansen. Jansen's just horrible. Hits 4 home runs in 4 days, and then bats, 0 for 40 in the next 3 weeks. It's horrible.
Right. All right. I can't palate that. All right. Talk to me about a couple of pitchers then. You have any updates on these rookie pitchers that are out there?
Well, like I said last week, and when he was struggling and people were getting scared, do not get rid of Logan Gilbert. He had a big time start. They blew his first win. He looked great. His stuff is going to get there. He's only going to improve. I think the whole Mariners team is just an up and coming team. Gilbert's a guy that you want to hold on to. I think he's going to be great. He's a 2-start guy this week. I have him in my lineup. I'm going to crush my guy in the head-to-head league that I'm playing in. And he's definitely a guy that I like for the rest of the season.
Okay. I was building a DFS lineup today, and I noticed that Walker Buehler was cheaper than Alec Manoa. And I haven't looked at it since we went on the air, but it looked like Alec Manoa blew up a little bit today.
Yeah, from reading the comments, he got blown up. And it's a guy it's going to happen. He's a rookie. He has 35 innings in pro ball before this year. So it's going to happen. He's a beast. He reminds me of Lance Lynn. He looks awesome. But I don't think he's going to, be 100%. He's not going to be dominating the whole year. He's going to have little peaks and valleys.
All right. Hey, I want to answer this question that we got on the chat. Whom do I want to pick first in my fantasy analyst draft? Nick Mimi, Jeff Treller, or Trey or Andy? So here, I'm going to handicap this real quick. All right. I'm going to go. All right. So Andy's the value pick. He's the one with the least amount of followers, but the most amount to say. Right. Nick, you're the sleeper, right? Because you don't say anything. You're the quiet one. And you kind of keep to yourself and everything like that. I'm your cash game guy. I'm the guy with the big following and whatever. And I'm just kind of here, but whatever. I'm just kind of safe.
Here's a bottom line.
These guys have the upside. I'm the safe pick. So
listen. Never pick a guy with a Hawaiian shirt ever.
I'm gonna go on a crusade and go Hawaiian shirt all summer long for you guys, right here. Okay.
Real quick, another guy. When we were talking about Manoa, I think a lot of people blew their FAAB on this guy, and he's going to help you. He's going to hurt you, but he's going to help you most of the season. But you have to realize that he's going to be on a pitching limit, and they're going to shut him down. So you're wasting. Oh, Nick, it is all right. 40 to 50% of your budget, and then he's going to be shut down in September, and then you're going to have nothing with no FAAB. So it's not good for a redraft.
Hey, at least somebody voted for Nick today, right?
Well, we know Michael is Nick's friend. All right. Nice to meet you, Michael.
It is? Oh, all right. Hey, keep an eye on Paul Fry. 2 outs, a 6-out save for the Orioles.
No.
Oh, all right.
Who invited you?
Andy, you need a closer?
I do not.
Goodness.
On a side note, can we talk about something? 11 years ago today, Armando Galarraga was robbed of a perfect game.
Oh man, the worst! I should have won my MLB
11 years ago today.
The worst moment in sports history. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they retroactively fix that?
The one time everybody would agree with it.
All right, so are we coming down to the end here of this podcast real quick? Because I have something to say before we go.
Oh boy,
you ready?
All right. So all Andy,
all right.
Say something intelligent.
Well, Nick, how old were you in 1999?
9.
Oh my God. All right. So back in 1999, when you were 9 and I was winning trophies, remember that, Michael? I was winning trophies in 1999 when he was 9. Okay. I had a guy
I
on my
was
team
winning trophies.
at 9 years old.
Trophies.
Participation trophies
T-ball.
don't count.
T-ball.
So, yeah, participation trophies don't count. So in 1999, I drafted a guy for $1. His name, Roger Cedeno. Played for the Mets. He was being groomed by Ricky Henderson, right? He had 66 stolen bases, bat 313, had 95 runs scored, and won me a trophy. So that's it. When you were 9, I'm getting trophies. So
Hey,
you
when I was
choose who you want.
when I was 10, the Yankees beat the Mets in the World Series.
Oh man, you were 10.
Trophy. I was 10 for that. That's my first big series.
What year were you born?
I was 90.
You were born in 90.
I snuck in the 90s.
My son was born in 1998.
All right, 8 years ago.
Goddamn millennials, man.
Hey,
You know the best thing about having a millennial around the house? There's always a good IPA in the building. I got a Cape May Brewing. It's not bad.
That's where I was. Is that Cape May Brewery? I love those things.
Yeah,
that's where I was this weekend.
Hazy Pale Ale. He didn't
And
like
Nick-
it, so I took it.
And
I
Nick,
love
real quick on your Fry guy. Hunter Harvey is going to be the closer in the Orioles.
Is he coming back? Is he coming back soon?
When he comes back, he's going to close. He has the best stuff in the pen. He is not this old Caesar guy. Forget it. All right. He's not French fry. Hunter Harvey.
On a side note, McDonald's fries are better anyway.
Yeah, I'll take that. All right, Nick. We got a little long-winded here. You got anything intelligent to say before we get out of here? I think Andy tried to. I don't know if he has something else, but
Nothing. Just sign up for Scott Fishbowl. Make sure you're signed up.
He's not the best cover man in the league for anything. Yes.
Great moment in movie history.
Yes, major league.
That's a segment we should do. Not just the throwback player, but we should do the movie quote of the week.
All right, but I'm going to make a rule right here. No Angels in the outfield. Okay? None.
All right. That's fair.
All right. So Nick's out on that segment. No problem.
All right. I'll sit out. I'll slide. Exit stage left.
All right. Andy, anything else intelligent to say before we get the hell out of here?
No, the Knicks lost. I have nothing to say. All right.
Oh, so they're done?
It's over.
It was fun while it lasted, man.
Yeah.
It's just like Nick in that poll today, man. It's consolation prize, man, right? Participation trophy just for being there. All right, guys. He's at Mimi. He's at AMAC22.
Yeah, wrong way.
I whatever. Point to yourselves. He's at Mimi. He's at AMAC22NJ, Trader Andy over there. I'm at JTrella20. Please remember, sign up for the Scott Fishbowl at scottfishbowl.com. Make sure that you send us your victory lap of the week. Hashtag Stack Attack.
We got one already.
Make that donation to the American Heart Association, and we will see you back at 9:05 p.m. next Wednesday right here on the Fantasy Six Pack YouTube channel, and we will reveal the 100-yard dash with the winner, who will be joining me and Nick in the Scott Fishbowl. Andy will not be winning, but we're gonna still try to get him in, man.
We need commentary for the 100-yard dash. We need commentary.
Yeah. Commentary. All right, we'll do it, man. All right, guys. Trevor, thanks for all you do. Let's get the hell out of here. Take us out of here, man. Thanks for everything you do, man. Good night, guys.
See you later.